Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Fate Apocrypha, which is on episode 3. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty cool, not too bad. Although the way I look at it as usual, as I say in almost in any of my other videos, unless it's really complicated, is that it was pretty simple in a certain way for me to not to get too confusing. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that the episode does open up with Ryder being like, how am I supposed to say it, sexually, I don't know, being in a sexual activity with her master, I believe. And it seems like to me she's enjoying it and it's over. And Ryder's like, oh, thank goodness it's over. And I believe a homunculus, after hearing a certain meeting of what's happening, he somehow managed to break out of the tube and tries to escape. But Ryder, on the other hand, finds him and helps him out. And after the opening, we have to it that some people are asking Ryder Black or something, or ask Delfalo whatsoever, pink hair girl, Ryder, for questions of what happened. But it doesn't matter here. And of course, Kiron ends up helping Ryder to keep an eye on him for a while. And we have to it that Shiro, the priest whatsoever, told the people he was talking to or working with, possibly, because it's already shown in this episode, that he sent Lancer of Red to take care of Ruler, which is Jean d'Arc or Jean d'Arc, whatever you want to say it, however you want to pronounce it. And of course she does transform into her form to fight, but we have to it that Saber of Black comes in to fight him. Of course, Jean d'Arc decides not to interfere with the fight because she's just a judge of the war and just watching over it. And we see to it that Saber of Black, which is Siegfried, goes up against Lancer of Red, which we get to know that he's actually the son of a god, and his name is Karna. And as they clash head to head, it seems like they seem to be on equal ground. At the same time, we get to know about Saber of Black's past, etc. That he's been like this tool whatsoever. He considers himself to fulfill many people's wishes, and pretty much he was ordered to die or something to end the war, and he doesn't even know what he was wishing for. Eventually, their fight goes into a stalemate as the sun rises up, as the Saber of Black's master asks Jeanne d'Arc to accompany them to the castle. She says, that's not my thing. I must stay neutral, which shows that she is confirmed to her duty and is the judge of the war. Eventually, she does see her stuff being all ripped up and torn apart during the fight, which really sucks, and she's really upset about that. Which I can't blame her. It really sucks. I don't understand why, Shiro Kotomine, whatever, wants Ruler dead. Although, I hope to find out later in the future if he says that she's gonna be somewhat of a pest or some kind of burden to the war. I guess I can't blame the guy for being a little iffy-biffy about it. And we see to it that the homunculus that Ryder saved, Ryder Black that is, wakes up and has a little small talk with Kiron and Ryder himself. And of course, Kiron does tell him to rethink about what to do with his life, because he only has 3 years left to live. And of course, I'm pretty sure most of us would notice this, because homunculus does not tend to have long lifespans, and that pretty much is a certain fact, and it was shown, I'm pretty sure, in certain series of Fate, and we all know this. Aside from that, we have to it that Berserker's master wanted to bond with her a bit and ask her about her past, etc. We get to know that she was made by a freaking Victor Frankenstein, etc., and later on she gets mad at him and tells him to create a partner for him, but apparently he was unable to, and he says no, and she just died in self-immolation, which really sucks. So pretty much she committed suicide just by burning herself. And of course, they do have a little small bonding moment, which is pretty cool. I actually freaking like that. Although they did ask each other what they want, etc. Even Kiron asked his master, what does she want? She would like to have her legs healed up, while Kiron Archer of Black wants to have immortality gained back because of a Hydra's venom robbed him of it. And we see to it that the homunculus was trying to move again, but he doesn't know what to do. And of course, Saber Red, she's acting like a little child, trying to go what can we do? I don't want to freaking do nothing here. While Saber Red's master says, go out there and buy yourself that. She goes are you kidding me? It's boring alone. I'm thinking in my mind, dang, this girl's being all sexy looking and now trying to want to do something. of course, like, the Saber Red does tell her master that her noble phantasm or attack, her special attack, will take up a big large area, and tells him to, like, let's be aware next time and try to, like, how am I supposed to say it? Avoid other casualties of civilians. Eventually, he calls her king, etc., and we get to know that Red Berserker or something, or Berserker of Red, is starting to, like, rampage towards the Castle of Black or something. And they end up getting ready for a fight for their lives, and of course, the credits roll after that. So, overall, there was a main scene that was given this episode, and that's Lancer of Red versus Saber of Black, defending ruler of the Holy Grail War, apparently. That's Jeanne d'Arc, if anything, and she's freaking hot. There's no denying that. Aside from me, like, I'm rambling on, the episode was just pretty simple in a way. We get to know a little backstory about Saber of Black, and then we get to know the identity of Lancer Red. Of course, Ryder helping out a homunculus, and Berserker of Black's, Black of Berserker's past from Frankenstein, etc. And of course, I think Berserker of Red rampaging like an idiot. So, if anything else, that's about it. I'll see you guys in my next video. So, I'm off for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye.